We work at both a national and a local level. It might help people watching if I give an example of a national initiative and a local initiative. So if we look at a national initiative, one of the things that we are very, very focused on is domestic abuse. And domestic abuse is where people in a relationship, one of them is a victim by somebody else in the relationship of physical or mental or emotional or indeed financial aggression, let's call it. So at its most basic and obvious and probably most common, it's physical violence, but it can manifest itself in other ways through emotional blackmail, through controlling behaviour, through financial blackmail, through emotional blackmail, all sorts of areas. And it's all within a personal relationship, which makes it a difficult area for the law to intrude into. If locally, there are numerous local initiatives. Possibly one to mention is most recently in Aberdeen, there's been quite a series of thefts of vehicles, and those vehicles then get raced around the streets by a relatively small group of younger people, and often they're stealing the cars either on the street or they're stealing it through breaking into people's houses and taking the keys. Because cars, more modern cars, are more difficult to steal these days. So we've had an initiative in the area in Aberdeen to try and crack down on that sort of behaviour. The benefit of Police Scotland is that we can deploy significant levels of resources to deal with a local problem. Even though it is only a local problem, it's still important to the people locally, therefore it's important to us nationally. So in that instance we deployed extra officers, but we also deployed our force helicopter because obviously people will realise if you're tracking stolen vehicles, the safest and most effective way of doing that is from the air.